We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply taken. Knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Detroit! Detroit!
This is Hunt. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A toss play to Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey. 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. 3rd down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Wide. Get wide. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play fake. Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On the run, this is Hunt. A little juke. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Walsh adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Gun! Detroit! Hot!
The first carry now. This is Hill. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Mayfield now on second down. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gone!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Underneath here to Hill. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Gone! 6-man. Check curls. All right, now, lucky 56.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Three down. Hey, check. 3 down. Leopard!
Watch 13. 1st down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And it's now 14-0. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
All right, here we go.
Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception.
Hey. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
We got 3. Gun! Gun!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll power his way up near the 25. A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Mike 50. You can't block me. You can't block me. Gun. Watch him now, Barney. Hut.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does the defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
3 down. Detroit!
2nd down, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Jackson on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson. A dump off now to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
On second down, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson on third and long. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded at the 43. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away.
Defense, got the lead. Yeah.
We've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
36. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go, G. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now down around his goal line. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, here's Jackson. Pass incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and 2, here's Jackson. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a pitch out to Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Big Ed.
Now Mayfield completes this to Callaway over on the right side. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to let this one go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Mayfield on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Got three down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Landry, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom up.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Leopard.
Mayfield with it once more. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, Mayfield. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
Check. 53 flight. Check. 53 flight.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
56.
They get it to him running left. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
3 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and sneak it here. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Patriot!
They'll run for it. Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Mayfield to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll look to throw. Flush, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The #1 pick a season ago, proving his worth.
7 sacks in 11 games as a rookie. Didn't play the full year due to some injuries. But he's going to be the face of the franchise on the defensive side of the ball. Myles Garrett, he fills up your screen when he's rushing the passer.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.